Cyclades island of Delos. During ancient times, it was the flourishing centre of Greek culture. With the exception of a few security guards, today it is mostly uninhabited. The most extensive archaeological site in Greece covers the entire island. Since 1872, Delos has belonged to the archaeologists and, from time to time, curious visitors. It was not always like this. Greek legend has it that this now deserted island was the birthplace of the gods Apollo and Artemis. The story of Delos began during the 3rd millennium BC. Then the early Hellenic Carer founded the first settlement on the hill of Kinthos. During construction of a Minoic port in the 2nd millennium, and as Delos developed, the island's population gradually extended across the plains to the sea. Offering wonderful ocean views, the amphitheatre dates back to the 3rd century BC. It accommodated around 5,500 spectators. With its annual feasts and precious sacrifices to the gods, the rise of the Apollo cult during the 7th and 8th centuries BC was the most likely cause of the first significant uprising on the island. Because of the increasing worship of Apollo and his sister Artemis, many splendid temples and buildings were constructed. Close to the holy river of Delos, and what was formerly a 40-metre-long cistern, is the Ainopos house, another building among the island's many architectural gems. The island also developed because of the religious importance of its holy sites and its favourable position near to the cultural and economic centre of the Cyclades. Delos became a prosperous trading city on the Aegean Sea. The port acted as a magnet for businessmen and merchants from all over the world. Not all of the island's temples were dedicated to the god Apollo. A particularly well-preserved sanctuary of the so-called foreign gods forms part of this beautiful temple that was dedicated to the Egyptian goddess Isis. The lower plateaus on the western side of Kinthos Hill contain numerous important cult sites. One of these sanctuaries was the centre of the Hera cult, the archaic Heraion, that established itself in 500 BC. At the top of the slopes of Kinthos, there is a magnificent view across both the ruins and the Aegean Sea. However, the flourishing economic and cultural days of the Cyclades island were to come to a sudden and tragic end in the year 88 BC. History records that the opposing Mithridates army killed nearly 20,000 of Delos' inhabitants. Beautifully restored mosaics with the Phoenician symbol of the goddess Tanit decorate one of the most impressively furnished houses of this ancient place, the so-called House of Dolphins. The artistic ornaments, paintings and various decorations of the colourful mosaics in the House of Dolphins indicate the fabulous wealth of Delos' inhabitants. These ruins demonstrate the former cosmopolitan nature of this island, with its Egyptian, Italian, Phoenician and Jewish traders. Hermes' house owes its name to the Hermes head of a statue that dates back to the 5th century BC. The statue was discovered close to the structure that has now been almost fully restored. After the first bloody attack on the island, during the First Mithridatic War, further crippling war ensued. Owing to the destruction of its buildings and the creation of new centres of trade elsewhere, Delos gradually became deserted. Today, only the ancient ruins of its beautiful buildings serve to remind its visitors of the 30,000 people who once lived on the island of Delos.